Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I have a twin flame message to get to you today. I have the Muse Tarot deck here. We're going to use that for the main messages, and then I have the Divine Lovers Oracle deck, and we're going to get messages from your person. So hang on to your hats. Here we go. So, what do we need to know, Holy Spirit, angels, and guides for this day? Friday, June, 20th or 19th. What do we need to know? Or whenever you see this, it's meant for you. And what do we need to know for this day? Wow. That one came out. This one. Anything else? Okay, so let's get into this read. We have the Eight of Voices at the bottom of the deck. And this is, I'm going to read them intuitively. So let's look at the card. And this is, it's it's got those, those barriers around her where it looks like she's trapped. But this is, her seeing, or your person seeing from a higher perspective. So all of this light coming in right now is helping you, helping your person change your perspective. If there's any aspects of the relationship that are confusing or that you've questioned, this is, the light coming in right now is helping to change your perspective. It's really touching and healing each of the chakras, coming in from the crown chakra into the eyes. All of it is healing and helping to change the perspective, helping to see the truth in the connection and the truth of what's happening around you, so that you can understand that you're truly not, there's no holding you back. It's just the mind. And the swords energy, voices, is this Eight of Swords, and the swords energy that can keep us stuck sometimes. So there is help coming in to help change the perspective. And this is oftentimes, I say change the perspective. To change our perspective, it's the divine wanting us to surrender, wanting us to surrender all of our worries and concerns of the mind, so that we can really get into the flow of love, and have things happen in the flow of love rather than trying to control. So it's a beautiful message of there is light coming in to help free you from anything that may seem as though it's keeping you trapped, but in essence it's the mind, and with the swords energy. So good news, light coming in right now to help with that. So that's the overall message. And then we have the Knight of Inspiration. And I love this card because we're in the year of the fire horse. I have my little horse pendant on right here. We're in the year of the fire horse. This is the Knight of Inspiration, the Knight of Wands. And I read the cards intuitively, and this is a fire horse. This is fast forward movement. This is burning away the dross to come forward. This is, your person remembering the firework effect, remembering, having memories of how you felt when you each encountered each other, that firework effect. This is, yeah, fast forward movement, remembering the fire, remembering the passion, in the connection that you felt, the deep, deep connection that you felt. This is the fire horse coming in and really burning away any of the dross, any of the fears that you may or your person may have if we're fast forward movement. And then we have the Knight of Emotions. Wow. And this is, another horse. I love it. So this is, the horses represent freedom, represent, that fast forward movement. And this is, the Knight of Emotions. This is being free from an emotional sense, being able to rise above. You see the horse rising above the waters, and and it's got a star right here. I don't know if you can see that star symbolizing the healing that's taking place in your connection in order to bring you both freedom from emotion. So a balancing of your chakras. This is reminding me of a chakra fan, but it's creating balance in the sacral chakra, being able to rise above emotions that you feel, and bringing in that sense of freedom, so that you're not being weighed down by the emotions. You let them go, let them easily, gracefully flow through you and release them. And in turn, this is creating the healing and the balance in your sacral chakra. And then we have Seven of Emotions. So this is choices, this is choices that you may have. And so, this looks so familiar, doesn't it? From the overall energy. Look at the color difference. So this is coming out of the mind, and this is coming into the heart, that you're going to have choices, and it's important not to let the choices overwhelm, or not to not to have the choices bring in confusion, and this is, by staying grounded, by staying connected to spirit. There's all this light coming in again for you to make choices, to choose the things that are going to set you on the right path, and to continue have you going on the right path. So there may be choices coming in for you, but you're going to have guidance and signs and synchronicities that are going to help you to choose wisely. So know that. And 7 is the manifestation, that these are manifestations that are coming about because of the work that you've done in your connection. And then we have the page of, and this is also showing take your time in choosing. She's not going anywhere fast. So when the choices come in, this is taking your time, sitting with it, and allowing yourself to, think over, to connect with thought and heart, and take your time in deciding. And then we have the Page of Voices. This is I love this card. There's like go-go dancers in her mind that are happening in her mind. Page of Voices, Page of Swords. This is younger energy. This is, putting on your glasses, seeing things through different eyes. This is, we talked about the change of perspective. Look at the difference again. I'm losing some cards here. Look at the difference again between the glasses. Here she's got these little tiny slits, and here her eyes are wide open. So there's been a change in perspective from the overall energy, and energy can change so rapidly. But this is, putting on those new glasses, being able to see widely of what's happening around you. And this is also being able to see your connection from a higher perspective. And, this is, helping you with, um, this is a card of being an extrovert. They show all these dancers being an extrovert, having excitement come in, um, being passionate about the things that you're walking toward. So, yeah, and I just feel like with all these bodies here, all these dancers, it's also about expressing, openly expressing your passion, and, not only having the excitement and the extroversion of, but expressing it in, whatever form you choose, whether it's dance, art, music, um, exercise, whatever it is, it's showing the expression of being excited and passionate and come walking forward with these new set of glasses. Oh, wow. And they're almost like magnified. If you look, they're almost like magnified. That's how much the perspective has changed. And then the last card that came out is the Muse of Emotions. This is, both of you, both of you being on the same page, both of you, um, finding that balance within you, within yourselves, finding that balance within the emotions. And this is going to help, this reminds me a lot of the Star card in the tarot deck with the drinking in, how you're feeling and releasing anything that no longer serves you. So it's like each of you are learning to balance out your emotions so that you can come together with that equal give and take, equal giving and receiving in the connection, and be emotionally available to to yourselves and to each other. Yeah, and if you look, there's the star right there. So it's like this is a major healing, I feel like, in the sacral chakra, where you're drinking in a lot of emotional, a lot of love, a lot of positive things, and it's healing for both of you. It's eliminating any past emotion that no longer serves you, and this is creating balance between the two of you. So really beautiful. So a lot of about the being in the mind, and a lot about healing the emotions, and in that, and there a change of perspective, which is going to help you. It's going to help with the freeing of feeling any kind of tied up, any kind of tied up feelings right now. So those are the main messages. Let's see what your person wants to say. So Holy Spirit, angels and guides, what is it that your person wants to say to you? Oh, wow. What is it that your person wants to say? And I got two more cards coming out. Oh, one sticking out of the deck. Oh, okay. So the first card that flew out is blank. So this means, what is it that you would like them to say? What is it that you feel they are ready to say, that they're working on, forming the words to say to you? Think about that. What is it that you would like to hear from them? It could be, I'm sorry, I love you. I've learned so much since we've been apart. I've realized how much you mean to me, So think about what it is that you would like to hear from them. And then the next card that came out is, deep down, my intentions with you have always been pure. So deep down, they've always known that they've always known this connection was more than just lust, was more than just a fleeting romance. They've always known deep down. It's just that they haven't chose themselves. In the past, they hadn't chose themselves. And in choosing themselves, they choose you. So deep down, they're admitting to you that they've always known. They've always known deep down the, how they felt about you, but they pushed it away for whatever reason. It could have been ego, it could have been pride, whatever reason it was pushed down. It says, your warmth radiates through my soul. So this is something they can't forget. This is something they still experience. The warmth of your soul. It's like that song, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. You know, that song. It's like, when your energy is, when you're focused on you and your spiritual growth, they feel the pull towards you because they're not feeling, it doesn't feel right. It's like a missing piece without you with them, without your energy there, without you. You're always with them in spirit, but in the physical, without that energy, it doesn't feel correct. It feels like there's a hole, there's something, a piece missing for them. So yeah, I lack courage to come back to you. So right now, they may be admitting that right now they lack courage to come back to you, but part of the process is that they are healing that part of themselves so that they can come back to you at some point. Remember divine timing. But today, an energy changes so rapidly. Today, at this moment, they may be saying, I lack the courage to come back to you, but it could change tonight. That's how fast it could change this afternoon. That's how fast energy changes. But right now, they're saying, oh, I have so much on my plate. And there's so much that has diminished them to a point that they're, saying, I lack the courage to do this, to come forward, to find the words, to tell you how much you mean to me. But this has, nothing to do with you. It has to do with them choosing themselves and finding themselves and knowing that you are loved and you are love. And this is what they really want in their lives. But they're saying at this moment, I'm not having the courage. So, like I said, that can change in the blink of an eye. So, know that. And then at the bottom of the deck, my emotions for you have always been intense. Yes. This is the overall message. And I feel like there's major transformation going on in the sacral or activation. They're remembering the intensity, because remember the card, this is the card that we had, the intensity that they feel, they're remembering the firework effect with you. And so they're remembering the intensity. They're understanding, I feel at some level, that this matches, it doesn't compare to anyone else or anything else that they've ever experienced. And that excites them, but it also scares them at the same time. So hang in there, because as you work on yourself, as you continue to grow spiritually, they're going to be magnetized back. So I love you guys all so much, and I'm wishing you a wonderful, blessed day. Namaste.